Hi, this is Austin. I produced this new EP a different way with the Cecilias, and so I'm just gonna go through a few things on the first track called Bluegrass. I'm gonna go through a little bit of mixing things, kind of just show you some of the individual tracks. That's kind of stuff I'm interested in. I don't want to go too in depth in the songwriting and all of that because it was a group effort. So I don't want to, speak for Ethan and Tabitha because they did have the majority of the songwriting on this. So I'm going to kind of go through some more of the technical things that I personally find interesting. So this song, Bluegrass, it is the first song. It's something I came up with the chords, and I had kind of a melody idea, and then Tabitha put the words on and really made the melody better. Um, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So I'll just play a little bit of it, um, just the whole song, and then I'll start soloing some stuff out.
Graceful and triumphant she, our mother green and blue. I asked her to just play pretend so that I could die seeing you. I may seem big to you, my child, but true.
Okay, so that is Tabitha on the main rhythm acoustic, the strumming part. She's playing my old Airline acoustic. It's like a rebranded Harmony Sovereign. And then Ethan is playing this kind of, I call it like a Merle Haggard part, kind of like a James Burton-y part. Um, and he's playing, I have an old K like parlor guitar with a DeArmond sound hole. And so for this, I was not going for a natural sound at all in terms of the mix and the production, I suppose. I did want it to have kind of an electric sound. So the DI is pretty heavily in there. This is just the DI. And it's the mic by itself. Yeah, I wanted to have a little bit of a different character than just a straight up mic.
We think that we were meant to die this way.
And something that was really interesting with this album, with this EP, is we recorded it all outdoors, live. So we did have to make some compromises in terms of the recording setup. Justin Sepulveda engineered this and did a great job. It was also for a video, so based on where we shot, which was over the top of like almost a cliff, it was very windy. So we did have to rely pretty heavily on DIs and 57s, which I personally probably wouldn't put a 57 on an acoustic, but in terms of being more directional and trying to avoid as much wind sound as possible or airplane sounds, that's kind of what we had to do. There's still going to be wind, especially on later songs, but it kind of goes with the theme of the EP. I mean, it's completely nature themed songs, nature conservation, recorded outdoors. We get what we get. We did it in one day. I think we were there like 8 or 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., something like that. We got 4 songs done, which was pretty great. So not everything is perfect, obviously. We're not perfect musicians, and we recorded this live. And we're more used to the studio thing. The first two Cecilia's records were very studio, which is a sound I love. We did drums, then bass, then guitar, then vocals, and kind of more Motown-y production, arrangements, stuff like that. So this really was a chance for us to be not more creative, but just approach it in a different way. And I'm really happy with how it came out. Um, Here's this cool solo Tabitha wrote that Ethan played. Ethan played it great. Yeah, I love that part. So I'll just solo out Ethan's solo, and then Tabitha did these acoustic sub melodies. These are the same that were on her demo, and then she recorded it for the live take as well, for an overdub, I mean. Super cool part. I would never have come up with that. hear the BGVs here. Tabitha was recording the BGVs while the rest of the team, the film crew and the rest of the band were loading up the car because they had to leave. So when we came back, these were all done. It sounds amazing. I'll play I love this part with the bass and the BGVs. If I can find my bass.
Man-made treasures more. Don't care about how much you wasted. You've got profits galore.
It's a really cool part. And Ethan's vocals sound great on the choruses. And Tabitha's vocals always mesh. Ethan and Tabitha's vocals always mesh really well together. And this song is no exception to that. I'll just play that.
Mother Earth, we lost what truly defines us. Forgotten all the colors that you had. We've made so much that all that's left is not enough. Memories of our kids with your bluegrass. Do you still love us, Mother?
And here's a great bridge. It sounds very Adrian Lankery to me, the vocal.
Does your healing rid us of you till you don't remember?
And something I also like about this song in terms of the mix is I like the bass sound a lot. It was a DI Univox P-bass copy with flats. And it has kind of that like blown out DI sound. I love this J37 kind of adds some harmonic information. A little muddy if there were drums, but it sounds really cool when there's no drums like this.
Mother Earth, do you think that we've been?
I want to talk a little bit about the vocal. Tabitha's vocal is great on this song. I really love the intro. There's a there's a scream on the intro. Someone screams, and you can hear her kind of smile in the first line of the song.
Graceful and triumphant she.
You can hear it a little bit on Triumphant, the smile in the vocal. I love when you can hear stuff like that. And I really like the sound of the vocal. This slap I love.
Just play pretend so that I could die.
And I'll take the slap off here.
I may seem big to you, my
the
child,
slap really just
but
makes it sit in a nice
truly
spot.
so small. The stars at night shine half as bright when you realize you're so far. Mother Earth, do you think that we've been a plague? Do you think that we were meant to?
So yeah, that's pretty much the first song. It's very simple. It's one guitar, two guitars, two vocals, a bass, and then just overdubbed BGVs and that little sub-melody thing on the solo. And the mixes were really simple. There's a little bit of slap on the vocal, maybe some slap somewhere else. And again, we're just trying to present it as it was, but I personally was going for like a little bit of like a 50s Sun Records kind of thing. It kind of fits the nature of the song to me, like the bluegrass kind of vibe, and played into the lyrics as well. So that's kind of what I was going for, in addition to presenting the song naturally as it was. And so this was a really fun song to work on with them. I always say it's very easy to produce stuff when you get good songs to work with. And I think this is a good song. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to go over the next 3 songs in the EP as well. This is the first one, Bluegrass, from A Different Way, or Another Way. I can't remember the title.